Welcome to part 9 of a 10-part series on the best HR software in 2026. In this episode, it's all about workforce management software, the systems that handle scheduling, time and attendance, labor cost management, and more. We'll cover what the category includes and some of the best options for mid-market and enterprise businesses. But before we dive in, this video is sponsored by several HR leaders, including our title sponsor, Paycom, as well as our other sponsors and partners, Dayforce, Bamboo HR, PDS, and Paypro. What a stellar group of platforms. You can learn more about each of them through the links in the description. All right, let's dive in. What is workforce management software? Workforce management software is the operational backbone of HR for organizations with hourly, shift-based, or field-based workers. It covers core functions like scheduling, time and attendance, labor cost management, and absence management. If your workforce is salaried knowledge workers with 9 to 5 hours, you probably don't need a dedicated WFM platform. Your HCM or HRIS with basic tracking is likely sufficient. But if you're running a hospital, a manufacturing plant, a retail chain, a distribution center, or any operation where you're managing shifts, tracking hours for payroll with precision, enforcing labor laws, and trying to match staffing levels to demand, workforce management software is not optional. The ROI of good WFM software in labor-intensive industries is measurable and often significant. Even small improvements in scheduling efficiency, from reducing unnecessary overtime to improving shift fill rates to tightening the match between staffing and demand, translate directly into savings. Here are some of the best platforms for growing mid-market and enterprise organizations. Best workforce management software for growing and mid-market organizations. Growing and mid-market workforce management buyers are dealing with a step change in complexity. You've got multiple locations, multiple employee types, and labor law requirements that span multiple states or even countries. Scheduling optimization starts to matter because at this scale, the difference between good and bad scheduling is measured in real dollars. Growing and mid-market workforce management buyers typically look for demand-based scheduling, the ability to forecast staffing needs and build schedules based on sales data, patient volume, production schedules, or other demand signals. Multi-location management, centralized visibility into scheduling and labor costs across all locations, with the ability to manage schedules locally while maintaining organizational oversight. Labor cost analytics, real-time dashboards showing labor spend as a percentage of revenue, overtime trends by location, and alerts when labor costs are trending over budget. Absence and leave management, integrated FMLA, ADA, and state leave programs with workflow automation, so managers and HR aren't manually tracking entitlements. Integration with HCM and payroll. Time and scheduling data needs to flow into the HCM and HRIS and payroll systems cleanly, without manual reconciliation or data discrepancies. Here are several platforms often chosen by mid-market organizations. Screenshot this list and check out the links in the description where you can get a much more detailed breakdown feature by feature in the Select Hub platform, as well as compare analyst scores. Our analysts have reviewed popular workforce management solutions in depth and ranked them with scores based on a myriad of factors like features and integrations. So, if you're in the market for a new platform, you definitely don't want to miss these side-by-side comparisons. A little extra research now could save you a ton of time and resources later. Once again, links to the Select Hub platform in the description. Before we move on, a quick shout out to our title sponsor, Paycom. Unlike systems that bolt together separate tools, Paycom is truly all-in-one, meaning payroll, HR, time tracking, benefits, compliance, and more all live in one database, with no data re-entry, no app hopping, and no security weak points. Even better, Paycom is built on automation. Their AI engine, iWant, gives your workforce permission-based, command-driven access to employee, candidate, and management dashboard data. Just ask a question and it pulls real-time answers instantly, no navigation required. And with automated time-off decisioning, schedule management, and payroll processing all running in the background, Paycom is designed to take the never-ending flood of administrative decisions off your plate. Thanks to Paycom for supporting this series. Check them out through the link in the description to see if they're the right fit for your organization. Now, back to the show. Best workforce management software for enterprise organizations. At the enterprise level, workforce management becomes a global optimization problem. You're managing thousands or tens of thousands of employees across multiple countries, labor agreements, and regulatory environments. The system needs to be intelligent enough to build optimal schedules automatically and auditable enough to defend every scheduling decision if challenged. Enterprise workforce management platforms in 2026 should support AI-powered scheduling optimization, algorithms that factor in skills, certification, seniority, labor agreement rules, availability, and demand forecasts to build optimal schedules automatically. not just fill slots. Global labor law compliance, automated enforcement of the right rules in every jurisdiction, not just overtime and break rules, but predictive scheduling laws, right to rest periods, and country-specific labor regulations. Union and collective bargaining agreement management, shift bidding rules, seniority-based assignments, rest period requirements, and grievance-related scheduling obligations, encoded in the system, not managed manually. Workforce analytics and forecasting, predictive models for labor demand, cost modeling for different staffing scenarios, and integration with financial planning systems. Here are several WFM platforms often chosen by large enterprises for their scalability, integration depth, and governance support. Again, screenshot this list and dive into the links for SelectHub's feature-by-feature comparisons. Our analysts have reviewed popular enterprise solutions in depth and ranked them with scores based on a myriad of factors like features and integrations. So, if you're in the market for a new workforce management solution, you definitely don't want to miss these side-by-side comparisons. Again, links in the description. There you have it, an overview of some of the best workforce management software in 2026, from growing and mid-market organizations through to enterprise. For more resources, including pricing guides and SelectHub's database of feature comparisons, check out the links in the description. One more big thank you to the sponsors who made this series possible, including our title sponsor, Paycom, as well as our other sponsors and partners, Dayforce, Bamboo HR, PDS, and Paypro. Each of these brings unique value depending on your organization's size, industry, and workforce model. Links are in the description. I'm Devin Hennig with SelectHub. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.